Flash star Ezra Miller accused again. Dear God. This movie isn't coming out, is it? So, here we are at Bounty in the Comics. Yeah, Flash star Ezra Miller accused of inappropriate behavior with 12-year-old. This is a different 12-year-old. Apparently this is rather recent. So, told the girl's mother they would be lucky to have someone like me guide them. So, hot off the heels of having one granted, meaning a restraining order over this woman. She's 18 now, but apparently this all had started back when she was 12. And now there's accusations of grooming him and or grooming her and all this stuff. Or they, them. I mean, you see, this is all part of that cult stuff, you know. It leaves them wide open for predators like this idiot. And, but that story is a little odd because it's like 6 years have gone on with this, and now you're deciding to do something. You know, it's a little odd. Well, now we got another. News' latest protective order against Miller was first reported on June 16th by the Daily Beast, who respectively gleamed their information after having reviewed a copy of the protection order signed by a judge and spoke with the 12-year-old accuser, who identifies as non-binary and as such has not had their birth gender identified. Well, that's really going to help the case. Lord. So anyway, their mother, another neighbor who was, oh boy. The Daily Beast senior entertainment editor Marlo Stern, who authored the initial report, also noted that he had received contemporaneous text messages sent by the mother and the neighbor, as well as photographs that corroborated parts of their accounts of the night in question. Those chose not to release the names of those involved for privacy reasons. Well, yeah, but if the case goes forward, the child, not, but everybody else, you know. But anyway, the incident at the center of the legal request occurred on February 2nd. That's not that long ago, when Miller allegedly visited the 12-year-old's home in order to hang out with them, their mother, and the family's neighbor. The latter of whom knew the actor through bandmate and Miller's close friend, Whitney Suiters, I guess? Sutters? Or maybe Suiters, I guess. According to the neighbor, when Miller arrived that evening, the actor was wearing a bulletproof vest. And I had no idea until later. Miller was armed. Miller's emotions eventually flared when the child's mother recalled how she had recently done some traveling with her tribe, used as slang in reference to a group of friends rather than any sort of Native American community, to which the actor snapped and accused her of cultural appropriation. Yeah, what an idiot. Ezra, everybody can trace their way back to some tribe. It was the means of humanity at some time, and still is in some parts of the world. It wasn't just Native Americans who had tribes. Yeah. But he's an idiot, ignorant moron, so what do you expect? And he just wants to have a pissy moment because that's what releases the endorphins. Anyway, as the night continued, the actor would once again make an attempt at critical race theory-based virtual signaling when, after asserting that the board game Parcheesi owed its roots to the Rastafari religion, the neighbor, himself half black. So he's got some cred here. Yeah, hey, Miller, you better check your privilege. Anyway, asked Miller to identify which exact Rastafari sect lent their influence to the game's creation. At this point, the neighbor told Stern, Ezra explodes and started screaming directly into my face because he didn't know what he was talking about. So you questioned him, and that was a threat to his, facade. He's fake about a lot of things. Anyway, do you think Miller is really afforded? Okay. See, this is just enabling the creepiness. You're buying into his BS. So he said, "You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What did you say to me? What did you just say to me?" The neighbor said, "I was very caught off guard." Well, I guess you didn't know him that well. The first mistake was letting him in the house, So then Miller opened his jacket, and he had this big Sherpa jacket, of course. And he opened up one side of his jacket. You could see a gun, and he said, "Talking like that could get you into a really serious situation." All right, so that's he threatened the man. You can bust him on that alone. But anyway, following this confrontation, the neighbor claims that Miller turned his focus to the then 11-year-old, telling the child's mother, "I've talked extensively with your child." And they, see, you've enabled this weird cult that wants to do terrible things to your children. Anyway, they have a lot of power to them. At one point, you're going to realize that you don't have any control over them anymore. No, he does. Yeah. They're an elevated being, and they would be lucky to have someone like me guide them. Oh, my God. Oh, jeez. Did he show up in a van with, on the side, spray-painted free candy inside? Is that what he did? Further, Miller next moved to berate the mother, accusing her of being both a witch and a vampire due to the fact that she, as per Stern, dresses goth. "Do you want to drink my blood?" the actor repeatedly yelled. "Do you?" Miller then reportedly turned back to the child, oh God, proceeding to shower them with compliments, make moves to position themselves physically closer to the child, touching their hips, even asking them to add the Barry Allen actor as a friend on Instagram. And upon learning that the child was a fan of horses, Miller is said to have told the child that they would buy a number of horses and allow them to come take care of them on his Vermont farm. Itself only 40 miles away from the child's home. Oh, jeez. It automatically were just weirdly drawn to me and kept talking about how it loved my outfit and loved my style and kept going on and on about how it was great. The child explained of their experience. "It was really uncomfortable. I was really nervous. I was scared to be around it. After it yelled at my, oh, you messed up, Bounty. Oh, you're in trouble now." Yelled at my mother, and she was crying. After apologizing for this incident, the actor reportedly returned to visit the home just 2 days. Oh, boy, you shouldn't have let that happen. No. This time without incident. Yeah, I guess he wasn't as stoned. But both the mother and the neighbor believe Miller was under the influence when they visited. Yeah, I'm sure, but that's no excuse. Further, the two say they have not heard from or seen the actor since the news of Takata Iron Eyes protective order was made public. So he's on the run. Yeah, the Flash on the run. So yeah, he's Reverse Flash. Boy, I tell you, what else is going to come out? That's what Warner Brothers has got to be asking. And it's like, I was like, oh, they're going to release the movie. Maybe they could reshoot it. I mean, it seems pretty extensive to do. They would have to delay it even further, I would think. Even though it's a year away, I don't know if they'd be able to pull this off. Although, there's incidents people refer to like Tig Notaro replacing, what's his name, Chris Alina, whatever. He got Me Too'd out of the Army of the Dead movie. And the Army of the Dead movie is a crappy movie, but the technical wizardry done with it, pretty damn impressive. Especially using that new technology of the projected screens around and stuff. It's seamless in that film. Not so much in the Kenobi show. It looks terrible in that one. But Snyder's crew knew how to at least do that, And then he seamlessly put in Tig Notaro, even though she wasn't in the original cut. She didn't interact with those actors. Had to put her in after the fact. Now, granted, her character was not the main character. So, it's a little bit more challenging for the Flash movie. But maybe they should call Zack Snyder's crew to and work on that. I don't know. I mean, Snyder cast this idiot, and apparently liked the guy, you know, but something went wrong quite a while ago. I mean, there was all these reports about him having meltdowns during the shooting of the Flash film. But it's just going to keep blowing up in their face here. Yeah, this, well, just, or it's just going to be sent to HBO Max, but that doesn't really solve the problem. If this was just a separate film, like it was just the Flash origin story, and that's all they did with it, but that's not what it is. It's not really even a Flash movie. It's a DCEU movie, as it's supposed to be the reset for their DCEU going forward. So it's very connected to all the other films to follow, and that's a problem. So I just got to come out and say, well, thanks to that asshole Ezra Miller, we're going to have to delay the movie a little more, and it's going to explain all the weird things you're going to see in DC movies, like Michael Keaton suddenly showing up all the time. So bear with us, you know. We're sorry we really dropped the ball on that one. But we got Grant Gustin coming in to be the Flash of the cinematic universe, you know. And they end the Flash show on CW with the Flash mysteriously disappearing. Where did he go? Oh, well, no, don't do that. Just say the Flash changed appearance because of the time travel weirdness. I don't know. It's an expensive mess no matter what they do. What can you say? But this, so what's next? You know. Of course, maybe some of this is exaggerated and it's not as bad as it looks, but boy, it's just one more thing of this, obviously, at the very least, very troubled man.